Hey y'all, I haven't done one of these commentary videos in a while, and I just figured might as well. So, you know, things have been a little weird lately. I think everybody knows that. It's as of recording this, it's May 4th, 2020. May the 4th be with you type shit. So, I hope y'all, really enjoy, staying at home or, maybe you're binging Star Wars on Disney Plus or something. I don't know. But I'm just here, to rant a little bit about 2020 as a whole and what it's brought us, and I hope what to see in the future. It's not even for like YouTube or anything specific. I just mean in general. So I mean, I was doing schoolwork before this, but now I'm just kind of like, I thought of this, so I was might as well make a video. And I'm not the best spoken person. I mean, by that I mean that I'm not very put together when it comes to my words. So forgive me if I like slip up a little bit on my speech, or if I kind of stutter or say a lot. That's just bound to happen without a script. So no matter what country you're in, if there's people in it, there's most likely some sort of quarantine going on. I don't know what country or states, what countries or what states don't have quarantine going on right now, but if so, then good on you. But majority of the world is under quarantine right now, and that's difficult. I haven't seen my friends in maybe you know uh, 2-3 weeks, and like that doesn't sound like a lot, but it was only for a friend's birthday party. We kind of just went in our cars, parked out on the street, and with our masks, and kind of just had a little type of birthday party for him, with cupcakes and shit, and it was fun and it was nice, and I it, it's glad I'm glad to see my friends again after this time. We've been in quarantine personally, like where I live since March, late March, and it's May right now. Uh, and that's really difficult to kind of go on with. So I really hope this ends soon. But there's a lot of good things have come out from quarantine. Less people are being affected by the big CV. You know what I mean? Uh, and also the climate rebound type shit, where the ozone holes are forming back up again. The smog, I guess, in India, where you couldn't see Mount Fuji. I think it's cleared up. You can now see the mountains, and it's beautiful. Things are getting better. You know, Animals are coming back in places where they were absent before, because of the absence of humans, and I think that's really cool. And hopefully, this teaches the people who were pessimistic or even rejected the climate theory or the climate change theory. Hopefully they accept it as a reality, because that's basically what's going on. Is our climate's being fucked. But I'm not here to talk about saving turtles or shit. I'm here to talk about what I hope happens going forward from this quarantine. I hope from this quarantine people get a deeper understanding about just each other. How maybe the more introverted people would be happy with this quarantine, and the extroverted people like me, who kind of depend on social interaction to be okay and to be happy. That I hope that everybody gets a deeper understanding, and are kind of happier with each other, and more just grateful for social interaction, because it's a little thing. Social interaction is not really a thing that you really think about, being with other people. But for those people who are home alone with their families, with no friends, people my age, it must be really fucking tough. And I haven't seen my girlfriend in weeks, and I doubt that I'll see her for another few weeks, in person at least. And that's hard. A lot of things are very difficult right now regarding just everything. And I've been trying to pull through, and I know a lot of other people have been too, and it's just a little hard. So personally, after this quarantine, I really hope that people get a deeper understanding of each other. It's weird, being 2020. This is the most politically correct, kind of like equal opportunity type year ever. SJWs, social justice warriors are kind of like, if you say something wrong or if you say something bad, then you kind of you can get your career ended over it. It's a year where if an honest mistake or an honest slip up can mean a total blow to your future, and that's, in my opinion, a big problem. Obviously, you don't want people like pulling out the N word on TV, but it's still, it's the things that get me the most when it comes to that is just like people's past, uh, where people will be like, oh wow, people did this in the past. That's so disgusting. Like that. A prime example is like Robert Downey Jr. blackface. That wasn't blackface. I'm not gonna even talk about that. In Tropic Thunder, he was playing a character in a movie, but people are getting mad. Some people are getting mad because he did blackface apparently, and it's like you couldn't get away with that today. What he did in that movie, it wasn't like actually racist. It wasn't like making fun of black people. It was kind of like his character was a white guy who had gone too far in method acting, and like the kind of point was to bring up awareness for, I mean, like self-esteem type shit. If you watch the movie, you'll understand it. And it was kind of just like a spoof. It wasn't meant to be like offensive. It was kind of meant to bring out awareness for being offensive. But that's completely besides the point. Like shit where somebody will say like a racist joke back in the day, or say the N word back in the day, and they'll get just completely fucking like canceled on it. For online, like cancel culture. That shit is so fucking toxic. Cancel culture is so stupid, in my opinion. It's fucking like it's fine when it's like somebody who's actually doing something very bad, maybe like sexual abuse or emotional abuse or harassing someone or just being a terrible person all around. That's fine. Canceling someone for that, I still don't agree with the cancel culture, but I guess that's not as bad as canceling someone who said something when it wasn't necessarily bad to say that thing. So like, for example, if somebody makes a very mild racist joke, right? I'm not saying that it's okay, but back in like 2004, back in 2010, maybe even, calling someone like a fag or calling somebody the N-word, it was a completely normal thing. And it's not like a good thing, and it never was a good thing, when people say like the F word, the F word, when people say like fag or whatever, personally, that like kind of fucking sucks for me. Like, I'm not gay or anything. I'm straight. I'm completely heterosexual. But when I hear that, I just kind of get like a tingly bad feeling, I really don't like it. And I don't know. It's just like, when back in the day, if somebody said that was kind of just like, yeah, that's bad. But if the context of them saying it wasn't to like directly slander gay people or black people, right? Or like with the N-word, or like even more racist things, you could say racist thing to literally any race, and except for white people, and you'll get canceled for it. With the cancel culture nowadays, it's just kind of it's just stupid, because if it's not directly slandering, the race, if I am calling my friend like a retard or something, that's one of them that's still pretty used today. If I call my friend like a retard or something, that doesn't mean that I like hate all mentally disabled people, because that's the context that that word was used in back in the day, like to actually slander mentally disabled people. Like, that's not the point. If I call my friend, like if I call him gay, and he's like heterosexual, or even if they're like bisexual or homosexual, and I call them gay, not even to like, not to like, target them for liking the same gender or sex, just to be like an asshole, to kind of like call them a fuck or like an idiot or something. If it's used in that context, I mean, I don't think that the blow should be as hard to the person's career, because nowadays, you could say something in your past and kind of be fucked for it. And one of the main reasons I'm making this video, actually, is because on a lot of my streams, I fucking love my streams. I try not to say anything like fucked up, but my friends don't really give a shit. That doesn't mean when the cameras are off or when the microphone's off, I'm not an asshole and I'm not a terrible person in that regard, because of course I am. But like, I'll own up to that. But I'm just kind of making this because like I'm not personally racist or homophobic, or I don't really hate any sort of specific person for anything other than who they are, like personality wise. So I'm not really gonna hate somebody unless they're like a complete asshole or a terrible person, like I'm not gonna hate Suguru Kamoshida because they're Japanese. No, it's because he's a fucking asshole and a rapist. Like, that's why. It's fucking crazy how shit like that can happen these days. And, I just wanted to clear that up because it's only probably going to get worse in the future. And by worse, I mean more intense. Probably going to be more intense with that shit in the future. And know if I, accidentally slip up, or if my friends accidentally slip up or say something, they can speak for themselves. But personally, I don't hate anyone like that. And I'm trying not to, kind of growing up in the 2000s with all those toxic, Call of Duty Xbox kids and Overwatch players, toxic Overwatch players, and like Siege players, I'm kind of used to saying the more no-no words and hearing the more no-no words. So as I try to calm down on those aspects, I ask that people in the future just kind of chill the fuck out, because I'm not like some neo-Nazi going out and calling people fuck faces because they have a dick for a nose, That's a terrible example, but you get the gist. I'm not gonna do shit like that solely because of a person or who they are. I was gonna never make this video ever because I've said it on stream so many fucking times, but I mean, it's whatever, man. I mean, I might as well, right? To cover my ass later, so I don't have to like publicly come out and be like, hey, can you not fucking destroy my career because when I was like 13 I said the N-word or something. Because like when I'm younger, you never really learn the impact of that, or the impact of calling someone the slur for who they are. But now that I understand, I just want to cover my ass and be like, hey, if I ever get, bigger in the future, which is a possibility, but I don't think is going to happen, and if, I ever go on to be someone, I don't want my YouTube channel from my past, from when I was a little kid, to come up, because that's super fucking stupid. Because that's like putting a man on trial because his dog bit someone. That's stupid. Completely, like, yeah, they are in relation, but me from when I'm older and me now, completely fucking different people. Or and or me when I'm younger, and me now, or me when I'm older, and me now. Completely fucking different people. So I'm probably going to be more mature when I grow up. So don't hold me accountable, personally, for what I did when I'm younger. I can do that myself. That's just one of the biggest problems of 2020, in my opinion. This got really off topic. But, you know, whatever. Just going to upload this video because why not? Sorry for those who actually wanted entertainment. I'll probably do another rant, an actually genuine rant, right after this. So I'll upload a video to actually be fun. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.